Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. And this time we're looking at DoubleLift's, playing, guess, a random ranked game. I have no idea who he is, because his name doesn't appear to be here. And we'll just have to see. So I'm guessing normally he plays Blitzcrank, but I'm guessing this time he's Urgot or something like that. So we'll just see who we're going to follow. So team-wise, we see a very tanky team top. So 3 very tanky heroes, 1 support and 1 carry. And then the bottom has the same kind of setup, 3 very tanky heroes, 1 carry, 1 support. All in all, should be an interesting match, and hopefully we'll get something here. So it is Poppy, apparently. So a Poppy game. So apparently the ping in this game is really bad. It happens a lot on the US servers, but the US servers are a lot better than the European ones. So even though they are bad, the European ones are way worse at times. So I don't know why they aren't going in for first blood, or well, level 1 fight I should call it. Hang on, let me see. The Nunu is the jungler here, the Warwick is the jungler here. Yeah, the Nunu really doesn't care too much about his blue being stolen. But still, they should be defending somewhere. The enemy, of course, has Blitzcrank, which is, I think, the second strongest level 1 fighter. The strongest would be, oh, what's his face? Alistar. And, yeah, that's probably why this team is so defensive here. They're staying really... Yeah, they're staying in their own side of, or near their own turrets. And as you can see, the enemy team was indeed at the blue. So now they are going to defend our blue. And, or at least see if the enemy team is coming. And probably the bottom lanes are going to the bottom lane. And Jarvan is going to come and protect Nunu a little bit, while everyone makes their way to the lane. Nunu's still not safe here because we can only see 1 person in lane. And now we see Blitzcrank here, but he still has to be careful not to get ganked here. So now we see 2 here, and 1 in top lane, 1 in mid lane. So now it's pretty much safe. Blue is still up, meaning that Warwick started somewhere else, probably at red then. And Nunu is going for some counter jungling, meaning that he's trying to take the jungle minions away from Warwick and trying to harass him as much as possible. Most of the time, if you're not paying attention, you will get killed because of the counter jungling from Nunu. Because Nunu is really strong early game in the jungle, compared to something like Warwick or even worse, Yi. And if you're not careful, you can lose your whole jungle to him as well as your life. Because he will always be looking for you, and when you're doing blue or red and you go to very low health, you're going to die to his ganks. So all in all, I think this is the most interesting fight, the Nunu versus Warwick. But since we cannot actually see the life on that, here we can see that Warwick is indeed very low life, and he needed the protection of Zilean to actually get through that. So Poppy gets drawn into turret range. but gets healed up immediately by Soraka. And that's the beauty of having Soraka in your lane. The harassment really isn't going to do that much. And he's already up to full health again. I'm assuming that Poppy is a he, because his voice normally sounds a little bit like a she. But that's okay. Yeah, well, I don't actually know if Yordles have male and females. Anyway, Nunu going back in, double buff now, and oh, not going back into the jungle, going to actually attempt to gank on the Zilean. And people need to react to that. So Poppy missing the whatever it's called, but the first blood is there. It's the devastating blow. She yeah, she was assuming that if Zilean was running forward or back to his own turret, the Nunu would get him, so he took the other side and used the crushing blow there. So one of the two would always get him, and that's a good tactic, I guess. Although Zilean couldn't really get away if he went the other way. So if you went into their turret, because normally you would do that to try to suicide, but I don't think that would have worked at all. But still, they got the kill, and that's the most important thing in the end. So the Soraka did some damage as well, so we have 2 assists and 1 kill. For Soraka it is of course really important to get the early assists, because she's not going to get a lot of last hits, and the assists make it worth to well, no, make it possible for her to actually buy stuff. So they do some damage on the well, the 2 champions, Zilean and Blitzcrank, both taken down to significantly lower life than when they started. Blitzcrank is still high enough to stay in lane. He's not going to die anytime soon. Plus he has a reasonable mana shield up, or mana barrier it's called. His passive, and yeah, that's that makes it that he can just stay in lane. So the Soraka needs to be a little more careful about the placement in lane, needs to be a little bit more behind the creeps, considering that if Blitzcrank catches her, she's probably dead. Maybe not right now, I don't know. I'm not sure whether she would be dead right now, or that it takes a few more levels for her, or well, for these two to level up in order to definitely kill her. But at level 5 the double bombs do a lot of damage already. So that's bomb, rewind, bomb. And the first one explodes and the second one stays on a little bit. But Soraka has heal, so that kind of negates the bomb a little bit. And Poppy has this nice yeah, passive. It's not a nice inherent ability. And that means that hang on. Any damage dealt to Poppy that exceeds 10% of her current health is reduced by 50%. So, except for towers, of course. But that means that most of the bombs will do only 50% damage. And most of anything will do only 50% damage. So I'm not a really good Poppy player. I know what to do with her, but I'm not someone who can actually use her to her to the full capabilities. Because you can do a lot of damage with her even if she's almost dead, and you can stay in quite a long time. So Poppy running past the turret here, almost getting the kill on the Zillion, and then has to run out because the ultimate runs out, which makes her vulnerable, or makes him vulnerable to other champions again. Zillion seems to be the weak one in this lane, because he doesn't have anything protecting him, and he has only a very low health, no armor as of yet, I think. No. So Blitzcrank, even though he doesn't have any armor yet, he does have the mana shield, and that protects him from immediately dying. Two things. Yeah. There was not a lot that he could do there, Soraka. He was trying to get over here and then flash over, but that wasn't going to work anytime soon. So apparently the TF is going AP, meaning that the wild cards, the one where he throws 3 cards in a cone, that's your damage source, and the rest of the damage is significantly lower, so the auto attacks really don't do anything. Well, don't do a whole lot. And well, your damage is going to come from that and the blue card and gold card, because the rest scales off AD. So Soraka already going points in Starfall, and that helps her farm. It helps her deal some damage to enemy champions to make sure that she gets the assists, and it of course helps to kill enemy champions.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So we're already losing a turret up top. Don't know exactly what happened, of course. Jarvan seems to be capable to defend against most other champions.